We are back on Morning Line. Josh Horn is with us from Social Security, taking your phone calls to try to help real quick as he talked about the robocalls and the folks trying to scam you, tricking you into thinking there's something wrong. Social Security doesn't do that, but people think it's you sometimes.
Yeah, basically one of the things that they're using now is that they can change the caller ID to show our number. And so don't even let that fool you. If it looks like our 800 number's calling through or something like that, again, I mean, if they start making threats or they start, you know, telling you they're going to close your account and different things like that, don't let that fool you. You can always call us back at our national 800 number or your local office and verify the information. So don't let those calls fool you.
Yeah, that's great you said that. It's scary stuff sometimes. You get these calls. I've gotten them from both Social Security. I've gotten some from what was supposed to be the Sheriff's Department saying that there was a warrant out for my arrest because I had missed an appearance or something. The bottom line is none of these agencies work this way. Anyone, okay, asking you by the phone for money, in my opinion, don't. There may be some out there that are legit. There's some charitable organizations. Don't even deal with them there. Find out who they are and track them down on your own. But anyone calling you on the phone asking for money is bogus. Period. All right, don't buy it. And if it turns out to be legit, there will be another back way that you can go to get in touch with them if that's something you want to go to. But that's my rule of thumb. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you ID. If you're contacting me by the phone, you are not getting a red cent out of me. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We'll start things off with Taylor. Taylor, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, what's on your mind?
I have a disability determination section. It's up at the hospital, and I've got no way there. I wrecked my car, and I just have no way to get there. Is there any program that I can get through the system that can help me get to this determination?
All right, I'm glad you called. You're probably not the only one who's had that problem.
Yeah, and they will oftentimes reimburse you for any kind of expenses, and so there should have been on the letter from the disability determination section, there should have been a phone number there to your examiner, and you can talk to them specifically and see if there's some kind of reimbursement for an Uber or a taxi or something along those lines.
Well, there is a number for the examiner. However, nothing. I guess I'll have to call him on that.
Is that who you should call? Because, yeah, you understand what he's saying is if you call that and you have to take a cab or a shuttle, they will cover the cost of the trip there and back home.
Yeah, oftentimes you need to talk.
Right.
Yeah, you need.
I see.
Yeah, talk to them in advance. Tell them what's going on because it is very important for you to make those meetings. But those are set up by the DDS, the Disability Determination Section that we contract with, and so you'll need to contact them. But they should be able to help you with that.
All righty. I thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you, Taylor. Good luck with that. I hope that works. I'm glad you called. I've often thought of that. Some of these folks, maybe they don't have someone that can take them there. I don't know if you go to a church, maybe a fellow church member or a neighbor or a friend can take you. But a lot of these folks maybe kind of just on their own, or they want to do it on their own, and they need a way there. So I hope that works. Let's go next to Charles. Good morning, Charles.
Hey.
Hey, Charles. How can we help you, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have a problem. I've been Social Security started me off in 1991, and they started me off with $14, and it took all this time, and now I'm just up to $724. And people at my church, young people, real young, they starting them off with $1,000 a month. And why is that happening to me?
Different levels. All right. So
yeah. So basically, Social Security benefits are dependent on how much you've worked and paid into the system over the years. So somebody who has maybe put in 5 or 10 years and then became disabled because they're, talking about younger folks, they were paying into the system when they became disabled. But however, we have some folks that either never did, and so they're actually drawing SSI, or they had a lot of years where they either had very low earnings or no earnings for various reasons. For example, self-employed individuals sometimes will have a very low net profit, even though they're working full-time. That their net profit actually shows pretty low, and so their actual benefit, once you do the calculations, is pretty low. But there's a number of different reasons that it could be a lower amount, especially depending on how much you worked before you were disabled, when you did become disabled in your life, and some different factors like that.
If for some reason you think you're getting less than maybe you certainly qualify for, I mean, can mistakes happen? Is that something he can look into?
Y'all are always welcome to call the local office. We can take a look at your record and to your account and kind of explain a little bit more clearly about why you're getting the specific benefit amount that you can. We do also have individuals who draw on a spouse, on a father's or mother's record, and so that's a little bit lower because they never were able to draw on their own record. So we can always kind of take a look and see exactly how your benefit came to be the amount it is. Occasionally there's some mistakes made, but more often than not it can be explained by either your work history or what record you're actually drawing off of.
Gotcha. Fair question, Charles. It just differs from person to person along those lines. Numbers 737-7587 if you want to join in the conversation. We got some lines open, but calls coming in, so we'll try to get to you all. And yeah, we've helped a few folks already. That call about the transportation, I didn't know about that. That's pretty neat. Let's go to Jewel. Jewel, good morning. Hi, Jewel.
Good morning.
How can we help you, ma'am?
I was wanting to see how much of the increase we're supposed to get on our Social Security checks.
Okay, yeah, you're going to get one this year in January, and what would they announce?
2.8%.
2.8%, which for a monthly check?
What is it? If you're drawing $1,000, that'd be $28. Is my math right on that? So you're going to see a little bit more money there. And like I said, the good news is the Medicare premiums, the Part B premiums, are only going up by $1.50. Now that's not talking about your prescription drug plan or if you change plans and different things like that. But the base premium for Medicare Part B, which we usually see a pretty good significant jump there, is only going up by $1.50. So that's good news for us this year.
Well, right now I'm getting the SLMB, so I'm not having to pay for my Medicare.
Well, you don't even have to worry about that.
Then yeah, no worries for you on that, and you will see how much are you collecting in Social Security a month?
$1,194.
Okay. So you'll probably see about $30 more in a check each month.
Well, I just don't want to go over the amount that I lose my SLMB.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is something that the state determines, and so you'll have to talk with them about that. Sometimes they'll drop you and you have to reapply when you start getting around that threshold. So definitely want to take a look into that.
Do you think it's potential that the cost of living increase could do that?
I've seen it with individuals before, unfortunately, where they're right at that threshold, and so this year they qualify, but then their benefits go up by $20 and they go up over that state threshold for SLMB or QMB.
And what is SLMB? I'm sorry.
Well, it's the Medicare. It's the programs through the state of Tennessee where they pay for your Medicare premiums.
That's what I figured. So that's why she said she doesn't have to worry about those Medicare premiums, but she wants to make sure she doesn't go over that threshold, lose that, and then have to pay for her drugs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as far as Social Security, I mean, we can't not give you your cost of living.
That's what I was going to ask. Let's just say she finds out that this $30 a month extra pushes her over that threshold.
There's nothing we can do at Social Security.
Would there be anything she could do? I mean, she has to accept the money. She can't. She's getting it one way or the other, and she may as well take it. But the state's going to become aware, and they're going to say, well, with that extra 30, and I'm not saying this is going to happen to you, Jewel, but that's just going to happen. Yeah,
and it does happen to a limited number of individuals every year, and so they need to call and talk to the state. Like I said, sometimes the state can get it. They've got a couple of different programs that they use. Sometimes they might be able to get them on another one, or sometimes they can talk to them about maybe some of their other income. That's really through the state of Tennessee, so that's something I definitely recommend. Well, I would say this, Jewel, if you're on that program, I think it's in your best interest to find out exactly what that threshold is. And if you're collecting, she said, $1,100 a month, and the threshold's $1,200, this $30 more is not going to affect you. But if it's $1,130, right, and that's what you're getting, it should be easy enough for you to find out what that threshold is. So. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be under it, and so that way you won't be worrying about it. All right, just go check it out. Let's go next to our friend Joe. Hello, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hello, Nick.
How are you?
I'm fine. Just a brief question. I got the tail end of you were talking about the new cards that was coming. I received my Medicare card with the new numbers on it. Will I also get the Social Security card with the new numbers on it or not?
No, Social Security cards aren't changing at all, but what they're doing, what we're trying to do is remove Social Security numbers from other things as much as possible anyway, so that your Social Security number isn't just running out there everywhere. So we've already removed all the Social Security numbers from all the notices that we send out, and so you probably noticed that a while back, that your Social Security number is not on your notices anymore. And now the most recent thing is removing your Social Security number from your Medicare card. You actually have a Medicare beneficiary number now, and so all the new cards that are coming out have that on there. And before too long, I believe in the next couple of months, they're actually going to, anybody who already has a card, they're going to start sending out new cards with that new Medicare number. But no, your Social Security number on your Social Security card is not going to change.
Okay, that answers my question.
All right, Joe. It's good hearing from you. Thanks for calling, my friend.
Thank you.
Have a good day. All right, let's see. Do we need to take a break, or should we squeeze another call in? Okay, yeah, we'll take a break, and we've got some other callers on hold, Josh. How about that?
All right.
It's a wet, rainy day. Social Security, hot, sexy topic. Give us a call. The number is 737-7587. We'll do everything we can to help you, or rather, he will. I'll just sit here and listen. We'll be back with more of your calls and Josh Horn right after this.